There's a moment in every pursuit where things get quiet, the progress stalls, the energy fades, and doubt, it gets loud. Most people quit here, not because they're weak, but because they never knew this silence was the sound of something about to change. This is the quiet push, and today we explore why most people quit before it gets good. Let's talk about the wall. Every marathoner hits it. Around mile 20, the legs feel like concrete. The breath shortens. The brain whispers, "You've done enough." In life, we hit the wall in different ways. The entrepreneur who builds for 3 years and sees no return. The athlete who trains in silence and never gets the starting spot. The writer with a blank page and no words left. The gym goer stuck at the same weight for weeks. The creative with 0 likes, 0 views, 0 feedback. Here's what most don't realize. That wall, it's not a signal to stop. It's a signal that the shift is close. The body resists growth right before it adapts. The silence gets louder right before momentum returns. As Marcus Aurelius said, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. When things feel empty, that's often when you're nearest to something full. You just haven't crossed over yet. Before Thor, before the six-pack and the Marvel fame, Chris Hemsworth went nearly 200 failed auditions without landing a real role. There was a point, somewhere in the middle, where he was working at a bar, broke, and thinking about giving up acting entirely. He said later in an interview, "What if I was one phone call away? One audition away? What if the next try was the one that worked?" He was right. That next audition landed him in Cabin in the Woods, which led to Marvel. Now ask yourself, what if you're one quiet push away from momentum? What if the reason you haven't felt success yet is because you haven't endured long enough to meet it? As a famous Chinese proverb says, the temptation to quit will be greatest just before you are about to succeed. Let's shift gears and talk psychology. Why do most people quit? It's not lack of strength. It's not even lack of talent. It's usually a miscalculation of time and effort. Psychologists call this the planning fallacy. We overestimate how quickly we'll succeed and underestimate how hard it'll be. So when success doesn't come fast, we assume it won't come at all. But the reality, most meaningful things in life follow an invisible progress curve. It looks like failure until it doesn't. Think of compound interest. Think of muscle growth. Think of trust in relationships. All these things follow the same pattern. Nothing, 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 everything. You don't see the change until it's already happened. Novak Djokovic wasn't always the unbeatable force we know today. In the early 2000s, he was mocked for retiring mid-matches, labeled soft. He struggled with asthma, emotion, and inconsistency. But Novak didn't quit. He didn't blame. He studied his mind. He changed his diet. He reshaped how he breathed, thought, and approached the game. By 2011, he dominated the court. What changed? The game outside his mind finally caught up to the one he built inside. And here's the lesson. Talent sets the floor. Mentality builds the ceiling. Quitting early is often just the refusal to wait for the ceiling to rise. In Stoicism, there's a core idea. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." If you feel resistance, that's not failure. That's friction. The thing that makes growth possible. No great mind, athlete, or creator got through this cleanly. Epictetus was born a slave. Viktor Frankl wrote his masterpiece in a concentration camp. Kobe Bryant practiced at 4 a.m. before high school because no one else would. They didn't skip resistance. They made it part of the path. Here's what happens right before most people quit. The feedback loop breaks. The results stall. No one's watching. The voice in your head says, it's not working. But right there is your quiet push moment. This is where your future self is watching, waiting to see if you'll give up or grow up. This moment won't feel dramatic. It'll feel quiet, boring, frustrating, but it's the one that counts. That quiet moment, The one you nearly walked away from will one day be the reason you kept going. So what do we learn from this? 1. The wall is a sign of proximity, not failure. If you've hit the point of wanting to quit, you're closer than you think. 2. Progress is often silent. You don't hear the seed growing underground, but it's moving. 3. Endurance is underrated. Sometimes the only edge is not quitting. 4. Build your ceiling from within. Like Djokovic, master the inner game before the outer one rewards you. Don't let silence trick you into stopping. Don't let slow growth convince you it isn't working. Don't quit just before it gets good. You're closer than you think. If this gave you even one thing to reflect on, subscribe to The Quiet Push. We'll keep showing up with stories and truths you can carry with you. Quietly, consistently. Your moment is coming. Stay in the fight.